An open message to Americans, whether you be blue or red. I think it's time we all remembered the words that Lincoln said. He said, "A house divided against itself cannot stand." 150 years later, look at the mess we have on our hands. This country's political divide is as great as the Atlantic. Christian or Muslim, gay or straight, white, black or Hispanic, we are all arguing amongst ourselves. This nation is imploding. It's a worldwide embarrassment, this national crisis that we're toting. We're all proud and arrogant, and we believe that we're always right. And so here I am, just an 8th grader, here to settle the fight.
Hey, hey, welcome to my house. Baby, take control now. We can't even slow down.
I will speak to you with civility, to the best of my abilities, and I ask that down in the comments you don't treat anyone with hostility. As a matter of fact, that's my first point. We don't always have to agree, but we don't have to verbally bash people either. There's a way to argue politely. We get so adamant about our beliefs that we defend them using insults, but all that does is make us look like toddlers in the bodies of adults. Using slanders to defend your point, well, that's just self-destructive. Learn to argue without getting personal. That's much more constructive. Now here's the deal. Yes, I swing a little more to the liberal side. And yes, we have problems that we can't ignore. Trust me, I've tried. Democrats have become lazy, and are way too easily offended. Nearly everything hurts their feelings, even the things that were unintended. Conservatives tend to see liberals as people who are entitled and lazy. They think that they're couch potatoes, or delicate little daisies. Actually, the term is snowflakes. Yes, that's what they say. And I can almost understand what with the sensitiveness we display. Now, this is a generalization, and it won't be the last in this little poem. I just think it's important to make sure that all of our citizens know them. So to liberals, I say to you, the world doesn't owe you anything. You have to work for what you want, because the earth won't just hand you everything. Now, conservatives, you have issues too, whether or not you realize. I think the main one is that most of you need to learn to empathize. See, conservatives, in general, don't lead very difficult lives. The majority of them are straight, white, middle-class Christian men and their wives. Being a straight white guy in America means that you don't endure many hardships. Everything about you is generally accepted, so your life isn't the hardest. Homophobia and racism are not challenges that you face. No one is persecuting you, so you don't need a safe space. Different people have different problems, and some have the right to be scared. Theirs seem much more pressing when your problems are compared. Now, that's not to say your lives are easy. I'm sure you have your issues. But think about a black man in America, what it's like to live in his shoes. He may live in constant fear of being harassed if he's ever seen. I think that's a little bit worse than being denied an AR-15. Now again, I'm not trying to say that all conservatives are racist, and liberals aren't all lazy. The thing that we need to face is the fact that we all have problems, and they're not going away. I'm afraid sexism, racism, homophobia, transphobia, Islamophobia are all here to stay. But we can fight them. All 50 of us great states. We just need to work together to try to eliminate hate. We are all one America, and we are all broken citizens. But that doesn't mean that our country has to be in the trouble it is in. Stand for what you believe, but do so with respect. Don't argue just for the sake of it. Try to have a positive effect. I know what you're thinking. He's 14. What does he know? Well, I don't know much. I'm not doing this for me, though. This message is for everyone that lives in this great nation. We need to get to work. Everyone, man their station. Do your part for your country, or at least make an attempt. Together, we can make a change and stop breeding contempt. Liberals, conservatives, my final message to you is this. You have the power to fix this. Take a shot, and you won't miss. We don't agree. We never will. That much is pretty well known. But that's what makes America great. None of us are alone. As long as we keep talking and trying to solve these puzzles, there is no way that we can lose, so don't let yourself be muzzled. You have a voice. Use it. Speak out. Be sure to make yourself heard. If you do this, the goodness of your country is closer to being assured. Empathize and toughen up. That's all we need to do. If we can manage these two simple things, it will be a better country for me and for you. Thank you for your time.